is Pratik Tamre. I have Mr. Dean Subramanian here from Rand Refinery. So, sir, a little bit about Rand Refinery, the history of Rand Refinery, and like what has been going on in the past year.
I'm not sure many people know, but Refinery is actually owned by mines. So if you look at our value and our mission statement is to be able to refine and liquidate the gold for our shareholders. But over the last decade, our business has also grown substantially where our shareholders only make up about 50% of our deposits. And the rest of it is from the continent of Africa. Because obviously we're the only APPMC refinery on the continent of Africa and we serve Africa. And obviously from the doré that we receive from Africa and South Africa, then we use it to supply into the rest of the world.
So, as you would say, the rest of the world, sir, can you just tell me a little more about the markets you cater to?
So we have very strong relationships with all the bullion banks around the world. And if you look at our products goes into India. India is a 9950 market. Our products also go into China. And that's why we also at the conference, we were looking to grow our Asian market because our brand and our product is strong, but obviously we were looking at growing our footprint into those markets.
So, sir, coming to the products at Rand Refinery, can you just explain a little more about the products you offer?
Yes, you look at it, mainly being an APPMC refinery, obviously we do the large bars, the London Good Delivery bars, but over and above that, we also do the kilo bars. We do the 49 and we do the 9950 for obviously the different markets. What we also do well is we do the minted bars. We do the different denominations of minted bars. We do the 100-gram cast bars. So we also do, not many people also know this, we do the coin blanks for the Kruger Rand that's supplied into the world. So we've got a partnership together with Prestige. So we have a wide variety of products that we are able to supply, and we're looking at growing that into the market. But you cannot be everything to everyone. You've got to choose your niche and you've got to focus on it and you've got to do that well.
Coming back to Rand Refinery, and ESG has been spoken a lot in the precious metals sector nowadays. Maybe from the last 1 or 2 years, ESG is like a main spot for all the refiners, the miners, the bullion dealers as well.
Yes.
So how does Rand Refinery come in this space, and what are the ESG initiatives at Rand Refinery?
So if you look at it, we look at it under the principles of sustainability. And ESG is one of the components under sustainability. So if we start backward from the G is non-negotiable, that's governance. We comply. And for Rand Refinery, it's much easier because all my sourcing are from large listed mines. So it makes my life easy. And as part of that, we were going to start the GBI, the Gold by Integrity program, with Exodus. Like you said, the APPMC Ruth has announced that. Our plan is to have that and go live in July. And like I said, because all our material that comes in is mainly from single source mine, you'll be able to trace Rand Refinery products from the time it comes into the door to it leaves till it gets to the end customer. And our SAP system has already been built with that sort of information since 2013. So once we implement this, we can go back. So that talks about the governance side. On the environmental side, we're implementing solar. We're done with our phase 1 solar project. We're busy with phase 2. We plan by middle of next year our refinery to operate 100% on green solar energy during daylight hours. I think we might be the only refinery in the world that will be running 100% on green energy during daylight hours. So we're also looking to be a zero effluent plant. So we're focusing on everything from an environmental perspective and what we're doing from a social perspective, because obviously we operate in Africa. We know the social challenges that the continent of Africa has. And that's very important for us because I know everyone speaks about recycled gold, but recycled gold's got a footprint, right? It started as a mine gold. So we must keep cognizance. But imagine if we don't have mines in Africa. You'll have millions of people that will be unemployed without jobs. So we are a refinery in Africa to support the mines in Africa. And our focus in terms of the social side, we believe that what can change the continent of Africa is education. So as Rand Refinery, we really focus on education because that's where we believe we will do an impact. We're also going to launch our ESG brochures that's going to come out soon that will talk about all the projects we do on the social side that actually is creating a real and a true impact.
So, sir, coming back to the Gold Bar Integrity Program, and people talk about mine to market. So, is traceability like a hassle to deal with, or is it easier as in you have been doing it for quite some time now?
like I said, our systems have been built since 2014 to do this. For me, and Rand Refinery, it makes 100% sense. It's easy because, we don't necessarily take in recycled. For us, the traceability, the mines will input into the system. It comes to Rand Refinery, and we will continue that. So the concept is from rock to ring. And we want to extend that further from making a product. We actually want to extend that into the jewelry manufacturing sector, where when you put a ring on your finger, you'll be able to go onto an app, put in the code, and you will trace exactly from which mine it came from.
It's amazing, sir, actually.
Yes.
So, coming back to the mines in Africa, is there any association with the ASM sector, as South Africa has so many ASM mines and ASM miners there?
ASM, obviously, there's lots of work being done by the APPMC, the ASM task force. Our CEO sits as part of that committee. We're busy working with Ghana, who's got a very mature ASM sector. We're working with the government. We're obviously working with the Bank of Ghana, the APPMC, to unlock that value chain, because the potential is huge. But for us, governance is important. And we will go, on the ground, visit the sites, make sure we're comfortable. And once we're comfortable, we will start. Because let's be honest, there's lots of, like Ruth mentioned, there's, 4 million or 40 million, lives that depend on that. Yeah. So as the sooner you regularize it, the better it is, because you cut out the illicit sector. And then we're obviously focusing on the journey as Rand Refinery.
So you're telling me that Rand Refinery has been monitoring and looking after the ASM sector in South Africa and collaborating with them to enrich South Africa as a mining.
Yeah, we're working together with the government. We have not really unlocked the ASM sector in South Africa. We've still got a lot to do, but the ASM sector in Ghana is very mature at the moment. That's a low-hanging fruit that we're working on. And then you would take that model and you would replicate it into South Africa.
Yeah. What do you think is your value proposition for Rand Refinery in the ASEAN market and at APPMC 2024?
We are looking to basically, in the ASEAN market, to actually grow our footprint, to work together with the SPMA. And that's why we're always at this conference. I remember 5 years ago when I first came to this conference, you feel a bit isolated, but yeah. Those relationships have grown over time. We know this market is about relationships and building. We supply lots of products into the Asian market that goes as so the Asian market is a springboard into China, and that's how we're basically growing our business. We've got a long, and congratulations to the SPMA, 30 years. I know it's a long journey. Rand Refinery, we turned 100 3 years ago. So we're fully aware of, the transition that.
What do you think is the vision statement for Rand Refinery in the years to come? And what should we be looking out for?
So Rand Refinery, our plan is to be a socially responsible citizen, not just in our country, around the world. And we want to ensure that we are able to meet all the sustainability ESG targets. We want to be a green refinery. And for us, what is important is, when it comes to responsible sourcing, traceability, we want to be in the forefront of that because it differentiates us from the rest of the market.
Yes, that's actually true. So thank you so much.